Hello friends, well we have another exciting book club babes book to bring to you this evening. We are so excited and what a read. What a page turner this one was. My name is Debi Catenacci and I'm with Dare to be Curious with my co-host
Sherrill Bodine. And as a writer, how can you resist a book that is part of a series called The Cemetery of Forgotten Books?
Yes.
From a fabulous, I'm going to use your book here for just a minute, from a fabulous writer. This is taken, it's called Shadows of the Wind by Claudius, I'm going to mispronounce his name, ZAFON.
Yeah.
RUIZ, just ZAFON. It was international bestseller. It's a fabulous read.
Fabulous read from Barcelona.
And it gives you a feeling of Barcelona in like from the 1945s on. And it's stories within stories. I very rarely read a book that kept me turning pages like this. What about you?
Yes, it was fascinating. There were things to discover, people to discover, and people's past. They were talking about their past. There were secrets.
Lots
of secrets, and not very pleasant secrets either. So some things were kind of shocking.
It was. Now, I did figure out one part of it, but there were some like I went, wow, I write books. I did not see that coming. But then I went back and I thought, you know what? The writer, they gave me
a little
hint,
nugget. But
a little nugget. Well, you know, they always
gotta catch them.
You know, you can't just drop it. Oh, I've decided this is going to happen. No, he gave me little nuggets so that you knew it was coming, which is really the sign of a great author. But what really struck me about this book is that the language is so rich and so evocative. And I've been to Barcelona many times. And when I'm reading the map at the back of the book about Barcelona, I'm going, wow, to have that place come alive, particularly in a time during Franco. So it's a historical perspective of Barcelona in those years too.
Yes.
So I highly recommend it. Plus, Debbie and I were talking about our book club babes. We would love for you guys all to join us. I mean, we've given you this book, which you can get on Amazon or your local bookstore. Wish you would go to your local bookstore. Love to hear your comments. And it just so happens that next month it's my book. And guess what? We're going to read the sequel.
The sequel, how exciting, right?
And it's called The Angel's Game. He wrote 4 books about the Cemetery of Forgotten Books. And how could we not read them all?
The Cemetery of Forgotten Books. I want to read this quote real quick because we're talking about books. And this says, books are mirrors. You only see in them what you already have inside of you. I mean, this is poetic. There's just so much in here.
It is. I love the books, which is why we're reading the sequel. So, here's your lesson for next month. If you love that book,
here, well, hold it up one more time.
Shadow of the Wind.
There you go.
And you love this author, this is our book for next month.
Yeah, get the book and start reading it.
Yeah.
I mean, we would love to have dialogue with you. Conversation, back and forth, email us, make your comments. I mean, that's what a book club is.
It is.
We're sharing it. I mean, we're on like Zoom together. I mean, we're together. We're as friends reading it. Of course, we have.
And tonight, we're in just a few minutes, we're going to show you how the other babes feel about the book. And also, we're meeting in a very special place, which is a kind of a private little speakeasy, which when you read Shadow of the Wind, there's all sorts of really cool places like that in Barcelona at that time. And so this is our little place to discuss.
Our little place to discuss. So we're going to film it so that you can be a part of our dinner this evening in the conversation of Book Club Babes.
And if you have any comments, please, please, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe and like. And we love having you at Book Club Babes. Stay tuned because we have an exciting discussion coming up.
Longfellow.
Oh my goodness, so we're getting in here. Cheryl's behind the door. We already got in the door.
Wait, where are we?
Oh my gosh.
We're trying to get in.
Yeah.
This is okay. Okay, we'll have another light. There we go.
Thank you, thank you.
Cool. Do we know where we're going? Yep, right around the corner to your left there. Absolutely.
So we had to give a secret password in order to get into the speakeasy through the secret door. And now we are getting our location.
I just need to get rid of my coat here. I'm always hot, so I'll
All right, we'll keep you posted. More to come.
Okay. I think we may have an extra class.
Is that my class?
I had pasta the last 3 nights. I made it myself.
The last one, it says, few things leave a deeper mark on a reader than the first book that finds its way to his heart.
Oh, I
Oh, love that.
I think I wrote that one down too. Yes, I took
Yeah,
some notes.
I'm sure I underlined it.
Up instead of down.
So what did you?
Dancers are coming
What did you have to say, Karen? What notes did you have? Lots of notes.
Well, you know, there were so many characters, and to keep them all
Yeah, there
straight,
were a lot
I
of
had to go,
characters.
okay, this is, Clara is the niece of,
And because the Spanish names and they're all kind of similar and
They're
everything
similar,
like that.
and if you're listening to it, instead of reading it, you know, you kind of get lost of who is who. So I have to have a list of all the characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You're
because
good.
and then I read it a while back. So, but I had a list of quotes just going on.
But there was a lot of plots going on.
Yeah.
There were really a lot of plots going on. I mean, there were stories within stories.
And
Yes.
and you know, and it gives a bit of the history because you know of the Spanish
Spanish
War and
this
the
plate.
Oh
time.
my goodness.
I thought that was
Here.
cool.
And
I got the charcuterie board coming up, and I'll have your server
Do
bring
you
over
have
some
more of
plates.
those?
You can have
excuse me,
mine,
is this the
Cheryl.
wrong one?
You can have.
They were saying it's the only place is Paris that's still considered starving to be an art, right? Yes.
you know,
Now, how
and
did
the
you-
literary references, you know, like at the end
yeah.
of the book, how, you know, I thought it was humorous where, you know, instead of when B and Daniel are going to get married, instead of reciting Corinthians, you know, he says the priest, you know, the Ramos, the priest, who they consider a communist, is probably going to read Pablo Neruda. You know?
Yes. I
in
love
South
Pablo
America.
Neruda, actually.
You know, Pablo Neruda's, you know,
I love his
were-
poetry.
You know,
I
it's
could have
so
gone to his
romantic.
house.
Remember, I told you he's my favorite Chilean.
Oh, yeah.
Your favorite what?
Chilean poet.
I could have gone to his house, but it was booked.
Oh.
I
Wow.
have
was gonna go.
does anyone want to hear a quote? Because I love Pablo Neruda.
Yes,
It's
I
it's
would
short,
love it.
Yeah.
But this is from this is
Pablo
from
and
his
Rumi, two
20 love
favorites.
poems and songs of despair. So think about this
A
for a
song
while.
of despair. Did you
Yeah. So this is, think of this as a wedding, okay? I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you simply without problems or pride. I love you. Wait, where'd it go? I love you in this way because I do not know any other way of loving you but this, in which there is no I or you, so intimate
Yeah, I'll get your server to bring
that your
some.
hand upon my chest is my hand, so intimate that when I fall asleep, your eyes close.
Beautiful. It's
No,
oneness.
it's a 20. This is his song. Is it going to be a film?
I think it is a film.
Is it?
Is that?
But wouldn't it make? I mean, the Cemetery of Forgotten Books. Wouldn't it make a great series?
Yes, I think the series would.
Nobody believes it. Yeah, she said, oh yeah, there was somebody else, it was his father. Now she hated him. And then you start to think, why did this guy suddenly take this kid and
Right.
Oh,
elevate
Why would he
him?
take this child
Yeah.
under his
Yes.
wing? And he was taken under his wing by his real father.
Yes.
Then he went to Paris and he was taken under the wing of the woman who had
Right.
house of ill repute.
Yes.
Well, I love that. But that was nothing to do with his.
But people took care of him. But
He did.
yeah, you know what? I didn't even think of that.
I know. I didn't even until that happened. I went, oh my God, that.
That's
And I
why.
write
So he-
these books, and I didn't get it. No, I knew that he was the faceless man. I knew that something had happened. I knew that, but I did not see the brother-sister thing coming.
No.
I did not see it.
No.
I totally did not. I'm like, whoa. And then they didn't really make a lot of it. After his mother said that, it wasn't like they made a big deal out of it.